Hey everyone, this video I want to take a couple minutes and talk to you a little bit about instructional media and creating instructional media content, especially during this time when we need to be doing a lot more pre-recording of lecture content, so that way we're not standing in the classroom lecturing with our masks on, because believe it or not, it's quite hard and quite difficult to maintain that. And so we can really create our own instructional media content in 4 easy steps. And so I want to go through those real briefly today. And the first one being really the shooting or capturing of instructional media content, and to really focus on keeping that at 10 minutes or less ideally. You don't want to necessarily drag on and record a 40-minute lecture, but to do 3 or 4 10-minute videos is really going to be ideal for not only you creating the content, but for your students as they're participating in class or watching the lectures after class. The next piece is the editing of the content. And this sometimes is the most overwhelming or kind of intimidating piece of creating instructional content. And we want to make this as easy as possible and really just focus on the trimming of video. And so cutting off the beginning and end and not necessarily worrying about all the content in the middle and taking out any ums or any backtracks or anything like that. And just like you would in an in-person class, just roll with it. And so we want to make sure this is easy and you're not spending more time editing the content than you did actually creating the content. The next piece gets overlooked often. And this is one of the most important pieces, and it's the captioning, to make sure our video is accessible to all students, no matter what their ability. And so this allows us to create a transcript that we can share and make available or to embed into the video itself. And the easiest way to do that is actually through YouTube. And so uploading your content through YouTube, it should automatically caption it for you and get you to about an 80 or 90% kind of reliability rate. And then you can go back and edit those captions later if they need cleaned up a little bit. And the last piece is going to be this sharing the content. So once you've created it, edited it, captioned it, it's now time to get it out to your students, and you can just embed it into your Carmen course. And since you've already had the content uploaded to YouTube for captioning, it should be easy for you to get that embed code or that URL. The big thing you want to pay attention to is the difference between unlisted versus a public video. A public video means anybody on YouTube can come across or find your video. Unlisted means people have to have the link or the URL to get access to that video. And if they don't have it, they can't access it. Now, fair enough, your students can share that link with other students or their parents or whomever to watch the video. But most instructors we work with really don't mind if the content is out there and if people are watching it, as long as it's not accessible to the masses. And so those are the 4 things to really think about as you're creating instructional media for your in-person course or your online course or your hybrid or whatever it may be, is really breaking it down into these 4 easy steps, so that way you can start producing content just like this to share in your in-person class or for your students after class. So I hope this helps. As always, you know how to reach out to me, where to get help. You can email me or contact me through Carmen, but hopefully this is a good way to get you started down the path of creating your own instructional media content.